So hello everyone, very good afternoon to all of you guys. So in today's session we are going to talk about all the important appointments from May 2025 till September of 2025. So all the important appointment we are going to see who is appointed, what position he has been appointed to, what is the significance. We are going to cover each and everything. Alright, so let's start without wasting any time. Acha, those of you who are watching me for the first time, guys, this is my Telegram channel, GA by Yash Sir. Okay, you can join this Telegram channel because I would be uploading all the important PDFs. For example, this session's PDF I'm going to upload in this particular Telegram channel. So you can download this thing. All right. So let's start. The previous two sessions PDFs are already been uploaded in the Telegram group. You can go and you can download it. Okay. Chalo. So let's start. Very good afternoon, Sudarshan. So this is our Oliveboard app. You can download it from the Google Play Store for all the YouTube classes, PDFs, PYQ, everything is there for your RBI Grade B, NPS, right, SEBI and the other regulatory body exams. So let's start with the first news. So India and Sri Lanka signed MOU to establish emergency care unit at Mannar in Sri Lanka. Okay, so again in this session we'll also be talking about some of the important MOUs, right? So let's see. First of all, the country involved are India and Sri Lanka. What they have, why they have signed the MOU to create accident and emergency unit at Mannar, which is in Sri Lanka. So if you can see, this is the map of India. This is Sri Lanka. Okay, and this a region, this water body is known as that Gulf of Mannar. Okay, why they have created? Because a lot of fishermen, right, they do the fishing activity in this particular region. And also if you know that in the sea are very harsh. Sometimes the cyclone also intensified. So because of this many people lost their life, right? So in order to help those people, India and Sri Lanka, first keyword. Second keyword is what? Accidental and emergency unit, where in Mannar, Sri Lanka. Okay, what is the amount they have provided? So that is around 15.5 crore rupees. So fourth keyword. All right, so four keywords you have to remember for this particular entire news. Got it? Chalo. Next is India and Mexico signed MOU to boost bilateral trade. So we have already covered this thing, okay, in the previous session also, right? India and Mexico, for what was the purpose? Again, I have told you that there is a body called NAFTA, North Atlantic, North American Free Trade Agreement, okay, which includes India, USA, Canada, right? So also India wants to diversify because of the ongoing trade dispute and ongoing issue with USA. India wants to diversify its export product, right? So India and Mexico, they have, first keyword, they have created a MOU, right? And in which area they're going to collaborate? Automobile, aerospace, agriculture and medical devices. You don't have to remember this thing, just remember countries and how much investment is involved. Around $1,200 million, second keyword. Okay, and Mexico would be acting as a bridge between India, US and Canada. Got it? So if you go with the sequence, Mexico is here, USA is here and Canada. So this is the orientation, right? Chalo. Now, former Chief Justice Sushila Karki sworn in as Nepal's interim PM. So if you have seen the recent ongoing Nepal issue, where the students, they have gathered together and they have dethroned the entire KP Sharma Oli government, right? And he fled from Nepal, right? So there was a vacancy. So the new Nepal interim PM is, please remember the name, Sushila Karki. This can be asked in your exam, okay? And she was the former Chief Justice between 2016 to 2017. And this for the very first time that Nepal has got the first woman, and she is also the first female Chief Justice of Nepal, right? So please remember this thing. And the oath has been delivered by the President of Nepal. Who is the President of Nepal? Mr. Ramchand Paudel. Okay. So please remember this thing. And who was the previous Prime Minister? KP Sharma Oli. And he has resigned due to the Gen Z led protest. Please remember this thing. Okay. Also, Sushila Karki, she has written several books called Nyay and Kara. Right. Please remember this thing. Okay. Sushila Karki. So if you have to make the short notes, first woman PM of Nepal, right? And she's also been the first CJ of Nepal. Also, please remember the book name, Nyay plus Kara. So this is your short notes for this particular news. Got it? Chalo. Next is L. Satya Srinivasan appointed as the India's ED of ADB. ED means Executive Director for the Asian Development Bank. Asian Development Bank. Right? So please remember the name. Acha, who appoints all these important positions or important appointment? Who does all these activity? The Appointment Committee of the Cabinet. In short, we call it as ACC. And this committee is chaired by the Prime Minister himself. Okay. So please remember this thing. And who has been appointed? What is the name of the person? L. Satya Srinivas. Okay. India's executive director to the Asian Development Bank. He is a IRS officer from 91 batch. You don't have to remember this thing. Okay. And previously, who was the executive director? He was Mr. Vikashsheel. So what you have to remember? Just remember the name of the person, name of the position, okay, and who appointed. Three things you have to remember for the appointment related news. Okay, chalo. Let's quickly cover this thing. Now I'm giving you one homework. Please read about Asian Development Bank. When it was founded, what is the headquarter? Let me tell you, its headquarter is Manila, Philippines. Who is the present chairperson or the president of Asian Development Bank? This is very important. So this is your homework. Please read about this, and if you know, please mention it in the comment box. Okay, Gaurav, Sudarshan and the other students. Chalo. Next is Dr. Seema Sami Bahos undertakes second term as ED of United Nations Women. Okay, so again, United Nations Women, it is the specialized organ of the United Nations. Okay, so Dr. Seema Sami Bahos, she is from Jordan. Okay, first keyword. Second keyword, what position she has been appointed to? She has been appointed as the Executive Director of United Nations Women. Third, three important things. And who has done the appointment? It has been done by the Secretary General of United Nations, Mr. Antonio Guterres. So four keywords you have to remember. Okay, rest these things not required for your exam point of view. Okay, just three keywords. Do you want me to make the short notes for you, or can you make it? If I mark the keywords here, can you make the short notes with yourself, or do you want me to make the short notes for you? Just let me know in the comment box, guys. You want me? Chalo. All right. Okay, I'll make that. So how you have to make it? Just remember. Okay. UN woman. Mention like this in the box. One arrow. Write the name Dr. Seema Sami. Okay. She is from Jordan. Right. New ED of UN woman. Okay. Three things you have to remember, or one more thing you can mention, that appointed by Antonio Guterres. Okay. Like this, you can make your short notes. See, the flow chart and the mind map is a very good way to make your short notes. Acha, why I want you to make the short notes? Because see, there is so much of content written here. Do you have to remember each and everything? No, not at all. You have to remember these four keywords for your exam point of view, so that you can solve the MCQ. That should be clear in your mind. Okay. No need to remember anything unnecessarily. Chalo. Next is SEBI appointed Injeti Srinivas as the chairperson of National Stock Exchange. Now, before moving, can anyone tell me who is the chairperson of SEBI? Who is the chairperson of SEBI? Can anyone tell me in the comment box? This appointment was done in the last year. Very important person. Yes, very good, very good. Mr. Tuhin Kanta Pandey. Excellent. Okay, Mr. Tuhin Kanta Pandey. Please remember this name. So now again we know that the entire stock market. Do you know that? No? That stock market is divided mostly broadly into two categories. One is the Bombay Stock Exchange. Okay, then we have the National Stock Exchange. Otherwise, there are other exchanges also. For example, Multi Commodity Exchange. Then we have Gift City Stock Exchange. But broadly, the two most used one is BSE and NSE. Okay, yeah. So just remember the name, Mr. Injeti Srinivas. Now he is also an IAS officer of 1983 batch. Now, see, previously you must have heard of the name of that woman who was leading SEBI. There was quite a lot controversy because there was some allegation that she has been, you can say, she's in financial relationship with the Adani group. Okay, a lot of issues were there. And see why this has happened, because that lady was na Madhuri Puri, I believe the name was there. I'm not able to recall the exact name. So this was the very first time that a non-IAS or a non-service officer has become the head of SEBI. Otherwise, all the time, you can see in the previous time also, the head of the SEBI is already an IAS officer. Take any regulatory body, just check the head. He would be an IAS officer. Reason being, IAS is a generalist post. Okay. Yeah, Madhuri Puri Butch was the name exactly. So Injeti Srinivas is he's an IAS officer and he would be leading the National Stock Exchange, and he has replaced Mr. Girish Chandra Chaturvedi. Alright, so just remember this thing. And if you see about the career highlights of Mr. Injeti Srinivas, so he has already been an IAS officer. He was also the DG of Sports Authority of India, right? He was earlier the SEBI board. You don't have to remember these facts. Just remember the name of the person, the name of the position. Okay, that's it. Chalo. Next is France President Emmanuel Macron appoints Sebastien Lecornu as the new Prime Minister. So the new PM of France. Okay, new PM of France. This is a one-liner thing. Okay, nothing to explain here. Just remember the name, Mr. Sebastien Lecornu. Okay. And who is the President of France? Mr. Emmanuel Macron. So two names at least you should know. Right? And this for the first time he is being the youngest Prime Minister in France history. Got it? You don't have to remember this stuff. That's it. Next is Thailand cabinet appointed Phumtham Vechachai as acting PM. Very difficult name, so I'll be mentioning him as PW. Okay. PW is the new PM of, interim PM of, you can say, of Thailand. Got it? So he was earlier the deputy PM, PW. Now he has been appointed as the acting PM of Thailand, right? And he succeeds Mr. PS. You don't have to remember these names, okay? Just remember, if you want to remember, just remember Phumtham or PW. That would be more than enough, right? So one thing, the name of the person and what he has been appointed for, the acting Prime Minister of Thailand. That's it. Chalo. Next is RBI appoint Keswan Ramchandran as ED. But before moving, can you tell me who is the chairperson of the Monetary Policy Committee? Who is the chairperson of Monetary Policy Committee, guys? Can you mention the name in the comment box? Who is the chairperson of Monetary Policy Committee? Ankit, Sudarshan, Gaurav, those who are watching live, those who are actively involved here. Yes, Mr. Sanjay Malhotra, exactly. The RBI chairperson is also the chairperson of the Monetary Policy Committee. And how many members of Monetary Policy Committee are there? There are total 6 members. 3 are the Government of India representative and 3 are from RBI. Okay. Also, the chairperson of the Monetary Policy Committee has the right of the casting vote. It means during a scenario of tie, he can vote. That's why the RBI people are generally in advantage. Okay. So RBI has appointed K. Ramchandran as new ED. ED of which department? Department of Regulation. Regulation. Got it? Just 3 keywords you have to remember. Right? Okay. And he was previously serving as the Principal Chief General Manager in Risk Monitoring Department. You don't have to remember this. Just remember these 3 words. That is more than sufficient. Chalo. Next is Sub-Lieutenant Astha Punia becomes Indian Navy's first woman fighter pilot to receive Wings of Gold. Okay, so she is Astha Punya. Alright, so just remember the name Astha Punya, and she is the first woman pilot from the Indian Navy to receive what? Wings of gold. Okay, 3 keywords we have to remember. So we also need to remember whom a person has succeeded. No, not required. Not required. Okay, Sudarshan, no need to remember the who have succeeded. What was the previous person name? You don't have to remember that. Chalo. So 2 keywords and from the Indian Navy. What first woman fighter pilot to receive wings of gold? If you want, you can remember it, but not at all required. Unnecessary, don't burden your brain with extra information. Okay. Chalo. Next is Yulia Anatolievna. Very difficult name. Again, I would be mentioning her as yes. Okay. Not yes. Yes. She has been appointed as the new PM of Ukraine. So again, Acha, can anyone tell me who is the president of Ukraine? Mr. Comedian. What is the name? You should be aware of the international affairs also. Okay. What is happening across the globe? Mr. Zelensky, right? So he is already in very pressure. So new prime minister has been appointed. So please remember the name. Yes, okay. Or you can remember Yulia. That is more than enough. And she is the Ukraine's new prime minister, right? Please remember this thing. And she was earlier she was serving as the deputy prime minister. All right. Yes, and she was also the minister of economy. Just like we have Nirmala Sitharamanji as the finance minister, she was the minister of economy at that in Ukraine. So just remember the name. Okay, and Ukraine's PM. 2 things you have to remember. Chalo. Next is formal CBDT chairman. CBDT is what? Central Board for Direct Taxes. Nitin Gupta has been appointed as the chairperson of NFRA. Yes, exactly. Right. So what is NFRA? National Financial Reporting Authority. Who has been appointed as the new chairperson? So just remember Nitin Gupta, new chair of NFRA. Okay, and again he has been appointed by the appointment committee of cabinet. All the important positions are basically decided by the appointment committee or committee of cabinet, which is chaired by the prime minister himself. So again, do you know about National Financial Reporting Authority? It is basically a independent regulatory body. Okay, and it has been formed under the Companies Act 2013. Companies Act 2013. It is a independent regulatory body. Okay, so please remember this thing. When it was formed in the year 2018. What is the objective of this committee or of this National Financial Reporting Authority? Basically to enhance investor and public confidence in financial disclosure of companies. Okay, so please remember this. All the listed companies, they have to declare their financials, right? So that people will get to know how this company is performing. Okay, so please remember this thing, all the stuff, right? So, and who is the new chairperson? Mr. Nitin Gupta. Got it? You should know about the regulatory bodies also. What is the purpose of these bodies? Why they were created? Otherwise, just remembering the name and these are very general stuff. Now you can do it from the PDF also. Okay. Again, see, Nitin Gupta is also a IRS officer, right? So, once you clear UPSC, there is, see, in UPSC there are around 18 services. One of the services IRS income tax. So once you become IRS income tax, your training is generally done in this CBDT thing. Okay, because income tax is a direct tax, you should be aware of each and everything. That's why many of the businessmen, they fear the IRS officer, especially the income tax officer. And I believe you all have seen that movie Raid. So Raid is about what? That income tax officer, IRS. Okay, chalo. And earlier he was also the Director General of the Competition Commission of India. Now, one homework for you is please read about the Competition Commission of India. When it was formed, in which year, right? What is the objective of Competition Commission of India, and who is the present chairperson or DG? Okay, so please remember this thing. Chalo. Next is Hindustan Unilever appoints Priya Nair as the first woman MD and CEO. Now this is the biggest You can say the cosmetic company of India, Hindustan Unilever Limited. Okay, all the beauty products, everything is under HUL, right? So just remember the name, Ms. Priya Nair, CEO and MD of HUL. Okay, and she succeeded Mr. Rohit Java. You don't have to remember. Now, this is for the first time in 90 years, first woman has become the MD and CEO. Okay, again, beauty and personal care. That's why. Now you can relate. Okay, so this is your short notes. Chalo. Next is Nirmal Minda appointed as the senior vice president of ASSOCHAM. Yes, definitely you can do that. Hai. So, do you know about what ASSOCHAM is? ASSOCHAM is basically associated chambers of commerce and industry of India, right? Then we have FICCI, Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce, right? So this ASSOCHAM was established in the year 1920, right? Okay, and it has more than 4.5 lakh members from different corporates, chamber, trade association. Now, what is the purpose of this or the vision of this organization? Basically, to make India get a sustainable economic growth. Okay, help businesses with policy formulation, right? See, you must feel that, sir, the government is randomly doing GST cut, randomly increasing taxes, decreasing taxes. No, these are very, very big lobbies. Okay, these are pressure groups which create pressure on the government to have certain reforms. Government don't do usually things on its own. There are certain pressures, certain, you can say, push from these bodies. Okay, just like there is a very important pressure groups like farmers producer organization. Once the farm bill once the government launched the farm bill, there was a huge reward from these FPOs and the entire farmers community. That's why, and they created pressure, and that's why these groups are known as pressure groups. These groups basically push, provide new laws or new reforms or take back some certain reforms. Okay, so new president is Nirmal K Minda. Okay, please remember he is from the he's the chairperson of the Minda Limited. Got it? So please remember this thing, and is the now appointed as the SVP. What position? SVP of ASSOCHAM. Okay, please remember this name. Got it? Chalo. He's also been awarded with Haryana Ratan, EY award. You don't have to remember all these facts. Just remember three things. Next is Government of India appointed Ajay Seth as the IRDAI new chairperson for 3 years. Okay, so he is Mr. Ajay Seth. Please remember the name. What is IRDAI? Anyone remember? See, you are preparing for regulatory bodies. Okay, IRDAI is also one of the regulatory body. Which sector it regulates? It's regulate the insurance sector in India. Okay, insurance sector, so that any insurance company like Star Health Insurance or Tata EIA or LIC, they do not cheat the customers, right? So it should be, the insurance company should be very transparent, very open, and they should declare each and everything whatever there is in the policy. Okay, to build customer trust. So it regulates the entire insurance sector. So right now the position was vacant for quite some time. Okay, so again Ajay Seth, he is also an IAS officer from Karnataka cadre. Okay, he has been appointed as the chairperson of IRDAI. So Mr. Ajay Seth, bracket you can mention IAS, he is the IRDAI new chairperson. Appointment by ACC. ACC is Appointment Committee of Cabinet, right? So these are the keyword which you should remember. Earlier he was the Secretary of Department of Economic Affairs. Okay, and he has also got multiple awards like PM Award for Excellence. Okay, he has also worked with ADB. So he has a very reputed career. Okay, these are the keywords. Next is Germany's Annalena Baerbock elected as the President of United Nations General Assembly. Now this is a very important appointment. Okay, so please remember the name Annalena Baerbock, first keyword. right? She was a former foreign minister from Germany, and she is the president of the 80th United Nations General Assembly. Okay, so please remember this thing. Got it? And do you remember we have read about the UN80 resolution, administrative reforms, governance reform, and chalo. So just remember two things, more than enough. Next is EY India chairperson Rajiv Memani took over as the CII president. What is CII? Can anyone tell me? Have you heard of CII? Confederation of Indian Industries, right? So CII is basically Confederation of Indian Industries. Okay, it is non-governmental, not-for-profit organization, and it was founded in the year 1895. Okay, so please remember this thing. Again, what is the purpose of Confederation of Indian Industry? To act as a bridge between businessmen, and government. Right? Now, one important thing, guys, here is, do you know that take any project, government is not doing any project. Government is doing every project on the PPP model, public private partnership. Government is providing the finance and the company is providing the work. For example, the passport work, the entire technical part, the entire operations part is given to TCS. So TCS do all the operation and all the work for government, and government provide the money to the TCS. Why? Because government don't have that much of expertise. Okay, so remember this thing. So the EY chairperson, okay, is the CEO, EY CEO, Mr. Rajiv Memani is the new president of the Confederation of Indian Industry. So first keyword, name of the person. Second is the position he has been appointed to, and he has succeeded Mr. Sanjeev Puri, who was a former, he was actually the chairperson of ITC. Okay, remember this much. That's it. Next is RBI Deputy Governor T. Ravi Shankar appointed as the part-time member of the 16th Finance Commission. Yes, you can do that. You have to remember this thing, na? Acha, can anyone tell me who was leading the 15th Finance Commission of India? Who was the chairperson of the 15th Finance Commission? Can anyone tell me? Do you remember the name? NK Singh panel. Do you remember this name? NK Singh. He was leading the 15th Finance Commission. Okay? Remember this name. Now the 16th Finance Commission is led by, who is heading it? Dr. Arvind Panagriye. Dr. Arvind Panagriye. Okay? He is leading the 16th Finance Commission, and all these Finance Commission are very important for deciding the future course of action of the Indian economy, right? So T. Ravi Shankar. So how you are going to make the short note? T. Ravi Shankar. In bracket you can mention he is the Deputy Governor of RBI, appointed as the part-time member of 16th Finance Commission. In bracket you can mention led by Arvind Panagriye. Okay, this is your short notes. Got it? Chalo. So 16th Finance Commission was constituted in the year 2023. Okay, and they are going to give the recommendation which will be applicable from 1st April 2026 for 5 years, means up till the year 2031. So the entire economy will be running based upon the recommendation of the panel led by Mr. Arvind Panagriye. Remember this thing, this is also very important, they can ask you. Next is Zuai GI elected as the AIIB's first woman president. Now, whenever you read about any international body, you should have some basic idea what AIIB is, right? It is Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. The main purpose is to provide investment for infra development. Okay, it was founded in the year 2015. Got it? Headquarter is where? Beijing. Every bank headquarter is in Beijing, right? As of now, there are 109 members. India is also one of the founding member, and the biggest shareholder is China. China is the biggest shareholder. Got it? Please remember. And the second is India, right? Please remember this name. So is the new woman president, Miss Zhu Jiai. Okay, he is the second president of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Got it? Please remember this thing. Next is H.E. Zeenat Qureshi becomes first Indian woman appointed as the GCC India Trade Commissioner in luxury diplomacy. Luxury diplomacy. What is luxury diplomacy? Can anyone tell me? It means trade in luxury items. Okay. What is GCC? Gulf Cooperation Council. Okay. It was founded in the year 1981. Got it? And headquarters is Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And how many members are there? There are 6 members of Gulf Cooperation Council. Who are those members? Saudi, UAE, right? Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, and Bahrain. Okay. So these are the 6 members of the Gulf Cooperation Council. Got it? So please remember the name H.E.Z. Zeenat Qureshi. She is the first woman from India to be appointed as the Trade Commissioner of under the Global Chamber of Commerce. Okay, sorry, this GCC is not Gulf Cooperation Council. Please, Anna, please correct it. It is not Gulf Cooperation Council. It is Global Chamber of Commerce. My bad. Please correct it. Global Chamber of Commerce. Okay, GCC is another body. GCC is another body. Okay, right? See, luxury diplomacy means trade in luxury item. Strategic partners in items like fashion, jewelry, fine arts, real estate. These are the luxury trade. Okay. So please remember this thing. But again, see, they go GCC. Na, they have mentioned about GCC Global Chamber of Commerce, but here they are basically talking only about the Gulf Cooperation Council only. Okay, 6 Arab countries. All right, chalo. This is about the Gulf Cooperation Council. I have already told you it was establishment year. Members 6 nations are there. Okay, headquarters is Saudi Riyadh. Got it? Chalo. Next is Odisha government appointed Madhuri Dixit as the brand ambassador of handloom industry. Now very direct news. Hai na? See, here so much content is written, but what you have to remember? The name of the person, number 1. What she has been appointed? Brand ambassador of Odisha handloom industry. Who has appointed? The Chief Minister MC Manji. Rest, no need to remember. Got it? Next is RBI appoint Indranil Bhattacharya as ex officio member of Monetary Policy Committee. Okay. So Indranil Bhattacharya is the executive director, okay, of the Monetary Policy Committee, ex officio member of the MPC. Got it? Please remember this thing. And who is the head of Monetary Policy Committee? The RBI Governor, Mr. Sanjay Malhotra. He is the 25th Governor of RBI. Okay. Chal. Just remember this name, Indranil Bhattacharya, Executive Director. He has been appointed as the ex officio member of Monetary Policy Committee. MPC, total 6 member. Okay, 3 from the Government of India and 3 from RBI. If you can remember the each name, na, that would be good thing if you want. Hai na? Next is Government of India appoint Goldman Sachs as the sole banker for stake disinvestment in these banks. Now, see, you don't have to remember the name of the banks. But what is important here is what is disinvestment? What is divestment? See, there is a rule of SEBI. There is a rule of SEBI that every company, every listed company must have 25% of their share listed for the public investment, right? Right now, all these banks, Indian Overseas Bank, Central Bank of India, UCO Bank, these have 90%, more than 90% ownership of Government of India. So government want to do disinvestment. When they do disinvestment, they will raise money and that money will be used by these banks for their growth and development. Okay. So to do the disinvestment, Government of India has appointed Goldman Sachs as the sole transaction advisor. Okay, so first bank, second, third, fourth, fifth, five banks are there. Okay, and see, this shows that the further privatization of the banking sector in India. Okay, so please remember this thing. So I have told you the SEBI 25% minimum public shareholding requirement. Because of this, right now these banks have 90% ownership of government, so they want to disinvest. So who has been appointed? Goldman Sachs to do all the disinvestment. So how you are going to make the short notes? Government of India, appointment of Goldman Sachs, disinvestment of five banks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you can mention about five banks. That is your short notes. Okay. See, in generally, na, divestment is basically selling of stake. Okay, selling of stake. It can be sold to the private body, individual, or public directly. Okay, disinvestment basically means, again, it is the same thing almost. Government selling or reducing its stake in a public sector unit, right? So please, general difference. See, here stake, both things are almost 90% similar. That they want to reduce their burden. Okay, they want to sell their assets, right? Divestment is a broader aspect because it can apply to private companies, it can apply to individuals, it can apply to the government. But disinvestment generally applies for the government sector, right? For example, there is a company called Reliance. Okay, so let's say Mukesh Ambani wants to do what? Divestment. He wants to reduce his holding. So divestment can be used for public, for private, or for the government body. But disinvestment is generally used for the government bodies like PSUs. Okay, is it clear what is divestment and what is disinvestment? Chalo. Next is appointment committee of cabinet approves appointment of Rajiv Punhani as the CEO of FSSAI. What is FSSAI? Food safety. So again, Rajiv Punhani, he is also an IAS officer. You will see the all the major regulatory bodies. The head is the IAS officer. He is from Bihar cadre. Okay. So please remember, for food safety and Standard Authority of India. Okay, it is a statutory body created in the year 2006. Okay, and it comes under Ministry of Health, right? And who is the new chairperson? Mr. Rajit Punhani. Three things you have to remember. That is more than sufficient. Okay, chalo. These are the things. See, there are other appointments also not so important. So I don't want you to remember these things. Okay, these are other appointments also, but I don't want. You can remember the Secretary, Ministry of Mines. Okay, Mr. Piyush Goyal. He is a 94 IS by batch. Okay, chalo. Next is former CRPF DG Anish Dayal Singh appointed as the Deputy National Security Advisor. Now this is important news. 3-star. Please mark it. Okay, who is the chairperson? Who is the National Security Advisor? Mr. Ajit Doval. So just after the Pahalgam attack, na, so Anish Dayal has been appointed as the Deputy NSA. Okay, so please, he is also an IPS officer. So two things you have to remember. Rest you don't have to remember. So guys, this was all about the important appointment from May of 2025 till September of 2025. Also, we have started our RBI Grade B revision batch, phase 1 revision batch. Okay, entirely in English. So 10 QRE practice sessions would be there, 8 PIB and RBI circulars would be there, and more than 35 high value GA MCQ and one mock test plus magazines. 20 mock tests would be there along with the magazine. So all these things you are going to get in this particular course, right? So whenever you want to join this course, you can use my code YASH to get maximum discount. Okay, chalo, very good, very good. So guys, I'll see you in the next session. If you have any doubt, you can talk to me over my Telegram channel, GA by Yash Sir. This is my Telegram channel. Also, if you have any doubt, you can contact me over 964-344-3102. This is my contact number also. First message on this number, then we can set a time to have a discussion. Okay, chalo. See you guys. If you have enjoyed the session, do give the like and do mention your comments. Okay, take care. Jai Hind.